You can never let Dad outdo you, and you definitely can't let Big Brother outdo you. Our guest here today, he said, Dad, I can tie you, Big Brother. Well, we'll see what we got. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
I'm Brent Hitchings, and obviously he's talking about my dad, Mark Hitchings, and my brother, Brad Hitchings, who dad is a one-time state champ, brother is a two-time state champ, and then I got my one-time my senior year.
Of course, Louisville Trinity, 160 pounds, 2012 state champion, and your dad's videos on the channel. Both your brother's videos are on the channel, and growing up in a wrestling household, you know, your dad's told the story, your brother gave his side of the story, if you will, Your Honor. But how do you get into it? Was it, you know, seeing Big Brother doing it, or Dad just keeping us, not necessarily like you're going to do this, but just seeing it? Was that what got you into it, or how'd you find it?
Yeah, I mean, my dad started the Fern Creek Optimist program when I was in first grade, and so just right away, go hang out with Dad and brother up at the wrestling room, and so I got started in first grade, and there was a short period when I was still young, but I think it was like second or third grade I tried to quit, or I did quit at the end of one year, and then next year I was right back at it, and then ended up winning my first middle school state championship at fourth grade. So
yeah, and I believe your dad mentioned that in his video. You beat an eighth grader.
Elliot Martin.
Yes, from Seneca, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That was his first year of wrestling, and so I had a little bit more experience, but he was bigger, stronger than me, more mature. Yeah.
Well, hey man, you was able to get the job done, and we talked in your brother's video when you was first in his 09, but there's been a lot of names come through that Fern Creek Optimist program, and of course you were a member of the 09 and 2010. There's 2010, correct? The team state champions.
09 and 2010.
Okay, so you was on both. So,
yep.
Man, it's kind of cool to be part of being a younger wrestler, to see, you know, the people you look up to. Hey, they done it, I can do it. Dad says we never saw the video, but Dad said he done it, I can do it. I got to see Big Brother under the lights 3 times. He was able to pull it off twice. And before we started, we watched your the 2011 bout. We'll talk about a little bit later. So I can feel the energy, man, the amped up energy. So you go to Trinity. Let's talk about your placements here. 2,919 pounds, 8th place as a freshman. Of course, team state champions. 2010, 130 pounds, 5th place as a sophomore. Again, the team wins, and you guys are going to see the medal ceremony and the trophy presentation of that.
Let's see, the 111 pounds, state medalist. 5th place, from Kennedy, Brent Hitchings. 4th place, from side, Stephen Subi. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mr. Mike Bear presents the 2010 KHSAA State Wrestling Championship trophy to Louisville Trinity.
Guys, back up to the podium, back up to the podium. There you go, good. Fantastic.
Good job, guys. Yes.
Back.
No, you're not.
Couple guys go down the front. Y'all want? Okay, there you go. Good. There you go. Fantastic. Get them all in there.
14 are on the floor. Everybody else is in the back.
Here we go. All right, here we go, gentlemen. Let's go. Hold on, we got some more. Where we at? All right, here we go.
2011, 135 pounds as a junior. You run in the finals, you run into Kevin Cooper from Simon Kenton. Kevin gets a 5-2 decision on you. Of course, Kevin, no shame getting beat by him. He goes on to be a 3-timer, part of that Cooper lineage. You know, Brad, Austin, the whole shebang. So, I mean, it would probably I don't say probably, it would be nice to be a two-timer, be tied with Big Brother, but sometimes you just run into somebody that may wrestle a little different style or have, maybe, I don't want to say a strength advantage, but maybe a grip strength advantage you're not used to seeing or something to that effect. Absolutely. That you're just like, okay, I know what I got to work on for next year. Even though you're in the state finals doesn't mean you can't improve coming into the next year. So being in the finals as a junior, watching Big Brother 3 times in it, coming into that senior year, because there's a lot of great wrestlers that are one-time state champions that may have got beat as an underclassman. When you go in, what was the mentality like? Did you train crazy hard in the off season? Did you take it easy? What was the story there?
Well, off season, I was more of a let's take time away from wrestling.
Smart.
Because after that had been like 12 years of wrestling, so most off seasons I was unplug, get away from wrestling, and then right when the season started, I all the pressure in the world and definitely get after it. And this is my year. I've got to do what I need to do to win this year. So it was definitely right when the season started. It was all attention was on wrestling and. Very focused that year and tried my hardest and ended up getting it done.
And like we said in your brother's video and other videos on the channel is something about this series that I didn't see. I was wanting to get the sport out there. I was wanting to get the videos out, let people that have come before us or even other states, whatever, let the world see, hey, there's some great wrestling in Kentucky. We've just been hid for far too long. But with this series is hearing the stories of what got people to where they are. The first person that climbed Mount Everest, when he got down, the first question he was asked, I believe his name was Sir Edmund Hillary, I think that was his name. I could be mistaken, but I think it's something to that effect.
Sounds right.
Is the reporter asked him, how did you know the way to get up there? And he replied, well, I didn't until I got up there. And you don't know your own path until you get there. So to the younger wrestlers, elementary, middle school, high schoolers that are doing it now, give them some advice on, like when you said you unplugged, then you refocused, give them what you done or somewhere thereabouts. That way they can kind of have at least a little bit of a roadmap to go off of.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's different, so you got to find what works for you. But, you hear plenty of people that it's wrestle year round, and that's how you get better. That's how you become the best. And for me, it was just I wasn't able to do that. That was too mentally exhausting for me. So for me, what worked best was really take time away from wrestling during the summer, and then really once fall hits, it's time to put the focus on. Get back in gear and do all you can in the fall to achieve what you want. So it depends on the person's personality. If they're able to go year round, then good on you. That just was never going to be able to be me.
I understand. And if you see me looking down, I guess the family dog here, what's his name?
Congo. My dog. Yep.
Congo is running around here, and he's running back and forth. Like there's 3 plate glass windows here we're looking out. And it's raining today, so he's running back and forth. So if you see me look down, that's the dog's getting my attention. So let's talk about your 2012 bracket. Now, I want to kind of hit on the topic real quick. 2011, 135 pounds. 2012, 160 pounds. That's quite the weight jump. So what was the philosophy on going up that much in weight?
Well, I'll go back even further. So freshman year, wrestled 119, and that was mainly because I had John Fahey at 103, Myron Bradbury at 112, and
2 pretty good guys to have.
Yeah, decent guys to be behind. So I was like, where can I find a spot? And I bumped all the way up to 119. Ended up placing 8th, which bumping up 2 weight classes. I probably should have been at 103. Was pretty happy with that. And then the next year, 130. Didn't really have to cut weight. That was about a natural weight right there. So like my whole wrestling career hadn't really cut weight. And then my junior year wrestled 135. That's the one year that I cut weight. I would naturally be like 150, something like that. Have to cut some weight, nothing too bad. But then going into my senior year, plan was wrestle 152, which was still like my natural weight. It's like not gonna have to cut weight. And then I was 152, basically the whole year up until like 3 weeks before region. And then there was this unknown name that had just moved to Kentucky, Stephen Myers, and he was supposed to be a stud. Bunch of people talking about him. I had never seen him wrestle, and me and my dad had the conversation of, do I stay at 152, wrestle this guy that I have no clue anything about, and if I win, great. I'm a Kentucky hero. I think a lot of people. His dad was on the forums talking a bunch of smack when they moved here. So my dad definitely like threw that in my head. It was like, if you beat him, you'd be a hometown hero. But I think you can win at 160. It's your choice. Bump up or stay. And for me, I knew I needed that state championship finally. I'm a Hitchings.
Yep.
I needed to have it. And so I felt more confident bumping up, wrestling at 160. I thought I could win there versus staying at 152 and wrestling this guy I knew nothing about.
And of course, Stephen is coming into Kentucky from Ohio, and he was an Ohio State champion. And of course, Stephen's brother, Austin, 4-timer, one of Kentucky's best. So, I mean, I could see the going for what you know what I mean, going up. All right, let's go to 160. Mm-hmm. Let's do that. I can put on a few pounds or even wrestle a little bit lighter, maybe be a little bit faster, because some 160s, I mean, yeah, they're you can always tell like that 152, 160, 171 weight, man. They some thick dudes.
Yeah.
They some muscle in there, and sometimes that muscle, if you're not used to being pushed or having to go, deep waters in the third period, they can gas out pretty quick. So if you're, a little bit lighter, a little bit better shape, it might pay off for you. Coming in 2012 as a senior, you start off the state tournament with a 2-minute, 33-second fall over Cole Craven of Tate's Creek. You win a 7-0 decision over Wade Holtzclaw from John Hardin. Wade goes on to get 6th place. You get a 12-4 major decision over Ryan Souter from Covington Scott. You win a 10-4 decision over Wyatt Courtney from Woodford County. Wyatt goes on to get 4th. And then in the finals, you're wrestling a very well-known opponent, Omar Jarvis from Louisville Central. And I've done, on my research here, I put that Central and Trinity are about 9 miles apart, but you guys actually, off camera, was telling me you guys basically grew up wrestling together.
Yeah, he grew up in the Fern Creek Optimist program that my dad had started, and so I had known Omar for a long time and had wrestled back and forth, and then I went to Trinity, obviously. He went to Central, and don't think we wrestled in high school up until this finals match, but definitely in middle school and growing up, we were wrestling partners and grew up wrestling each other a lot.
Now, in doing my research, and I may be wrong, but I had you in the website, KHSAA website, had you guys wrestling in the regional finals the week before, and you won a 4-3 decision. Do you remember that?
Yes, and then we actually met, I want to say about 2 weeks before that, my first tournament at 160. After I decided to bump up to 160, it's like, all right, let's bump up now because Omar will be in this tournament and we can see where I stand. Need to bump back to 152, see how it goes. And I actually lost that match in overtime, I believe. But I remember coming off the mat, first thing I said to my dad was like, I got this. I'm staying at 160.
I got you. Oh. Now, 2011, we were at the Dungeon in Frankfort. 2012, we're at the Horse Park. You got one finals under the lights. The Horse Park, of course, different venue, a little bit different setup. So when you're back behind the head score table there, getting ready to call you out for the face-off, same nerves, different. Talk us through that.
It was less. I was more nerves my junior year, obviously first time there, and yeah, that Frankfurt Center, it's a better feeling. It gets you more nervous. It's louder. You feel like everybody's right on top of you watching, as everybody knows that's watching this. So, and then my senior year at the Horse Park, it's just everything's more open. You don't feel like there's as many eyes are watching you. and then just the experience that I had being in the finals the year before. My nerves were not as bad as junior year. Junior year was definitely way more nervous. But,
the dungeon, for those of us that got to attend, and now at the horse park, and we had to move out of a bigger venue. 3 days was far too long, especially now with the girls' state tournament. But the state finals, the state tournaments at the dungeon, it was like discovering a group, like a musical rock, country group, whatever. And before they made it, before they got big, and I was a fan before they, signed with this big label. And now at the horse park, it's so big and so many seats and all that, got all the mats down. It feels like the group has signed with like a big label. They're out on tour, but you can always be like, I knew them before they got famous.
Yeah.
I was there. I'm an OG with them. I got their original stuff instead of, this new mainstream stuff. So, man, I'm excited to get the video going. The dog's looking at us. I think he wants to be part of the video here. So we're going to move the camera around, get our TV set. We will see you guys in 2012 at the horse park. All right, so you guys are seeing what we're seeing. We're here at the horse park. You've got Jeremy Callan as the head referee there, and I'm not sure who the assistant is. First year here, you're, of course, bending down, putting your ankle band on, that green singlet. Has it been a while since you've seen this?
It's been a long time. It's been years, so I'm excited to rewatch it with you.
All right, here we go. Now, right out of the gate, I should say, what are we looking to do here? What's our...
Well, he was bigger and stronger than me, so I knew just all of my moves needed to be more create distance and then like get a shot off of distance. I didn't want him to lock me up in anything and be able to toss me, because that's what he was known for, was just overpowering people.
So I was going to say, if you guys grew up wrestling with each other, you know each other inside and out. Maybe you've picked up a thing or two, he has too, but for the most part, you get to this, what's the old saying, you don't raise to the occasion, you drop back down to the level of your training.
Yep.
So I would have to imagine you guys, had the playbook on each other.
Yeah, I think I wanted to just keep it basic stuff, and I thought if I kept it within my match and did my basics, I thought I would be able to win.
Mm-hmm. So you shoot in there, trying to finish, headgear, I believe, coming off.
Yep. And again, he's a big, strong dude, so it's hard to lift him up right there, and he just puts my head into the mat right there. I get a second chance here.
I can hear some coaching. Is that your dad and Coach Brown in the...
It's probably my dad, if I had to guess. Yeah.
There it is.
There
you
you
get
go.
your 2. We're out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was just off a basic, I think I had his arm bar and then just went for a single leg, and so didn't let him get a chance to grab onto me and hold on to me.
So you got Kentucky's Most Wanted back there on that referee's row. If you see any individuals, please contact your local embassy or consulate. America's Most Wanted is going to get a lot of phone calls here after a while.
I was pretty confident riding people. I was pretty good on top, being able to ride out people.
So I was going to say, your brother, in both of his videos, he rode pretty much the entire bout when he was down throwing in legs, and it looks like you have the same philosophy.
Yeah, break them down, get an arm bar, or throw in the legs and try to turn, but also just the main point is just don't give up any points. Don't let them out. Just maybe ride out this first period.
Now, right here, you're going for like a crossface cradle, pulling across. Was that something you knew he was susceptible to, or?
That was like one of the first moves I ever learned on top, was just crossface cradle. We learned that at a young age, so that was just always a go-to. Back to the basics.
All right, so we're going neutral here.
Did he pick neutral, or did I? I missed that.
The camera just didn't show the mechanics, so
yeah.
Somebody picked neutral.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have taken neutral. It must have been him.
I think he took neutral. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Hitchings family here watching. headgear or the hair
He's
didn't
got to
come
get
off.
the cap back on.
In 2012, you had to have the hair cover. Now,
Was it free game now?
yep,
No. Yeah.
and facial hair.
Oh, really? Yeah, so here up 2-0, feeling pretty good and just not trying to force anything. There's just
Good
another
shot.
single leg shot. Fell right into my lap.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good way to fight through that.
Yeah, just slow play everything. Don't give him any chance to just use his strength.
I hear a familiar voice, so I've got a pretty good idea who that is.
Yeah, in this match, my dad was probably more vocal than most, but in general, he would sit in the corner and just kind of let me do my thing. This is my 12th year of wrestling, so at this point, we were pretty much on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
So anything he was about to say, I was probably in the motion of doing it already.
I get you. Man, you don't really want to change up your game plan when you get to the state championship. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be the
Yep.
future reference there, young wrestlers. Don't try crazy. Now, he hit you with that right there. Really don't get much from it, but still you had to think, oh my gosh, he just hit me with a pretty good roll.
Little scare there. Definitely got the heart rate up, probably. But I was able to roll with him nicely, so that was good.
Pull through.
And here just doing some quick tilts, just trying to make it look like I'm not stalling, but I'm probably just stalling.
Yeah, hey. All right, so into the second period. You look, so he must have took neutral. You're going to take down.
I took down now. Up 4-0, feeling good.
Now on the bottom here, first time we saw you on the bottom, are we just get up quick as we can? Are we looking for like a Peterson, some type of roll? Or?
Yeah, I'll probably, he
cut you.
I was going to say, I probably would have chilled on bottom for a little bit if I had the chance.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, he let me up, which was probably smart because I probably would have, just stayed under there and moved around enough to not get a stalling call, but just let the clock tick out.
It's like he was trying to set some type of a throw there, the way he crow hopped.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was his thing, and now I'm up 5-0, so I knew he would have to be going for a throw. So here I'm definitely being cautious, trying to not let him get any grip on me.
Somebody lost a mint. You see it right there at the bottom? They lost a... And even with the crowd the same size at the dungeon, the horse park, because it's so big, it kind of looks empty.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. I mean, we had to have a bigger place, but we just got to get some more people in there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Or something about get rid of the overtie.
Yeah, I was comfortable with an underhook there. And still looking at the legs too, so. Just trying to pop that head out and get the two, but.
Look at your toes. And of course, this 24-25 season, we're, a lot of college rules, 1 point of contact inbounds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it looks like my game plan at this point is just get in on a leg and hold on, stall out the time.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's got you this far in the match, I should say.
Exactly. There we go.
You win by a final score 5-0.
5-0.
And here's the medal ceremony.
Yeah, so this bracket was full of a bunch of people that I had been wrestling all through the years. Brandon Pledger, as we see right there, Wyatt Courtney, Wade Holsclaw, all guys that grew up wrestling all through the years.
Coach Van Camper. Wade.
There's Wade, yep.
And I believe that's Aaron. Yep, it's Aaron.
Aaron, gotcha, yeah.
I gotta say, those Woodford County geese, those are
I like them, yep.
I think they're 1977 team state champions. They had the belts and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, it can't get in. You know, that's the coolest warm-ups ever.
Now, I was trying to remember the LaRue County guy's name.
Gary Kenner, or the wrestler.
The wrestler.
Oh, I don't.
Is that Sean Hull?
Sean?
Sean? Yeah, I think that's right. And then Omar. Yeah.
And you,
Probably feeling a little emotional at this point.
I don't blame you, man. It's a big investment in your life.
There's a YouTube video of my post interview when I walked
really?
off the mat, and you can hear it in my voice. I'm basically crying.
I'll have to. You have to send it to him so I can put it in.
Yeah, my friends like to pull it up every now and then and make fun of me, but
And also in 2012, Trinity comes in third as a team, and we have the medal ceremony, or the trophy presentation for that, I should say.
yeah. So as a team, freshman year first, sophomore first, junior was what did we get in the
second.
second, and then third
Yep.
senior year. Yeah, that's right.
And of course, he graduated with Fahey,
Yep.
most outstanding wrestler that year.
Yeah.
I believe he's got the hat on. Coach Brown fixing somebody's medal.
Yeah, we had what? So me, John, did Bobby win that year?
I believe you did.
I think he won that year, so we had 3 state champions there.
Just talk about winning a state title, what that means to you.
It's a great feeling. I've been wanting it ever since I started wrestling 12 years ago, and finally have it. It's great.
Your family's kind of had a tradition of winning them.
Yes,
you know, to get in there, what's that mean to you?
It means a lot. Definitely felt a lot of pressure, and so just the pressure alone being off my shoulders, it feels great.
And that's where the video ends, man. So watching it back, does it play out the way you remember it?
Yeah. I mean, Omar was a great wrestler, and I think I came in with the experience of being in the finals the year before and wrestled my match and was able to do exactly what I wanted to do. But Omar was certainly a great wrestler and put up a really good match.
And you guys will see better photos of this, but you've got, I believe this is what, your 09 team state championship ring, is that correct?
Yes, yep.
And of course, you know, you on that team, your brother won it, team state champions. Couldn't ask for a better career. And that plaque that you were gave, I'll cover the shot up, or cover me so the shot looks better. But the plaque, Trinity has, as it is now, September 2024, 42 individual state champions. Of course, you account for one of those, you and your brother, 3 total. The 1989, 2009, 2010 state champions. And we mentioned Fahey here winning the most outstanding in 2012. Trinity has another most outstanding. You know who it is?
Oh man, put me on the spot like that. I'm not gonna get it, I don't think.
Larry Gibson,
Larry Gibson.
1980. I believe his dad was the head football coach at Louisville for a while. So I kind of led you in. I was going to see if you knew what that was. But, I mean, Trinity has a great wrestling, not just wrestling, phenomenal athletic program. Whatever sport it is, Trinity at some point has won team state championship, multiple individual, multiple times over. And, you're able to add to that legacy, that history there. So, man, excellent match, excellent performance. You've done what you had to do against somebody you grew up wrestling against. Anything you'd like to say, add, take away? anything of that nature?
Nah, just appreciate you to give me the opportunity to rewatch this and discuss it with you. And I really appreciate all the videos that you make, and I know everybody across the state does as well. So thank you.
And thanks for having me down here. Excuse me, at your dad's place. Second time being here. It was it's beautiful. I love the just the whole outlay. You guys, you know, it's got the whole shebang. Got the pool. Got the dog still wanting in. I mean,
Yep.
so you know, it's just
Got a good spot out here.
I'm looking here at a photo. You guys will see. It's you, your brother, and your dad. What year was that?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to guess. Like I'm in 4th, 5th grade there, something like that. Yeah, so still young in the career there.
That's cool. We've been looking at it the whole time. You guys will see a photo of it, but it's right here, literally like right beside the camera. And I was like, man, I gotta bring that up.
Yeah, that's.
I guess that's at the Fern Creek, right?
That's in the Fern Creek room. I remember that. Yeah, we had the American flag hanging over us, and yeah.
Well, that's cool, man.
Big picture.
That's cool. Well, guys, thank you all for watching. That's all we got. We will see you guys and girls on the mats.
Thanks, guys.